Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Nikki with her hugs always. Welcome. I'm glad you'd make it, Nick. Scott, how you doing? Ralph, how you doing? Logan, how are you? Let's see. Good evening. Hello. You should really. So yeah, got to Love Thailand. The guys are wearing them outside. My wife had some made for actually for the workers, um, to advertise their so-called hopefully future business. I had said before that I really would like to see them go somewhere. They're doing great. Like I said, they could still for the I did put up, and you guys probably seen the cost breakdown on the pool. I have the pond one in the getting ready to go. I'll probably release that. Probably have everything done tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but um, 60,000 of it is filters. So, but the pool's unbelievable. I mean, if I would have, if I would have, hey Mark, how you doing? Did you have fun last night? Hey Paul Moon, how are you? Um, if it wasn't the tile, it'd have been below 100,000, and I could say they could do it in a month, start to finish, and so even if even if it was painted, and they charged 130,000 or whatever, and tiled maybe 150 or 60 or something, so they make a little bit besides their wages. Um, they could make there'll be people that would actually put that in. That's in the realm, when you're talking 500,000 baht or something, for somebody that's on a fixed income and stuff like that. That's a little on the pricey side, but the when you're a buck and a half, under 200,000, I think is reasonable, and I think there'll be a lot of people that'll actually do want to do the ponds too. A lot of people. What is that, Randy? Let's see. Um, Randy, where did Randy go? Yeah, make another comment. For some reason, let me know if somebody gets Randy. The YouTube I'm gathering took away his moderating thing. So if anybody else noticed that by all means, I'll let somebody know if I'm unhappy with somebody. You'll know if I'll say, yeah, I took that. You know, hey Bill, I took your spanner. Whatever. I'll let you know. So if it's not me. It's YouTube. So let's see. Let's see. Randy, make another comment. I want to make sure that I got that right. And I haven't noticed anybody else, but like I said, if it happens, let me know because it's not me. YouTube's weird, man. But like I say, I got no problem with it. I wouldn't know half of everybody here if it wasn't for YouTube. So I'm more than happy. I don't make anything off YouTube, so I'm not the people that are really into it and making money. It's what they should be doing. I mean, that's what the platform's here for. So the trolls out there that are calling people beggars and all this kind of stuff. That's what the platform's for. You know, for people to make money. I mean, a lot of people put a lot of a lot. I know one off the top of my head, Richard. He ought to get paid $1 million a minute. He puts a lot of effort, and the man works for a living. So anybody that's doing that and they're making money, the one Rob always comes to my mind. He's pretty upfront about it. He's here in Thailand because of the people that God, I can't. My shirt is uncomfortable. Um, because of the people that donate to him. That's why he's been here for 5-6 years, whatever it's been. So, yeah, there's Randy's got a wrench now. Glad to see it. Yeah, if you guys notice that, man, by all means, hit me up. It's not it's not that. Hey, gorgeous Thailand, how are you? Glad you can make it. 130 for a pool is reasonable for something that's pretty much normal. Yeah, I think so. And like I said, I just wanted it for just to take a dip, and it comes about up to there on me. and right up to here on my wife. She's not a great swimmer, so she wanted to be able to touch the bottom. But I think most of them pools like that are 1.3, 1.4 deep, in that range anyway. But yeah, I'm happy with that price. I don't think I could have got anybody to build it for me for that, a company anyway. Hey, Mike's, how you doing? Glad you could make it. How come I'm having a hard time clicking on? Is my mouse not working? No, it's working. So anyway, hi Mike's. Hey Ralph, how you doing? Um, so and then like I said, I'll put the pond one up, but I think it's off the top of my head. I did them back to back, but I haven't edited everything. But I think it was like 165, 170, but like 60,000 of that was filtration, and a little bit more in concrete, a little bit more, here and there. And I might be off 5,000 either way. I don't know. I tried to keep, you know, records of it, but sometimes somebody hit me up in the middle of the day. We need sand and 1,200 baht or whatever. So I could be off. I tried to add in enough to where I feel comfortable with that price. So, but yeah, and it's out there. I can hear it humming away. It's been running for 3 days, so I'm gonna put it on its schedule now and then see. I've got my test kit and my chlorine, so I'll find out whether what it needs and how many hours. But according to what the volume of water and that, it's saying 4 hours, which is nothing. Um, it's a 3/4 horsepower motor, so it shouldn't be an extraordinary amount of to run it. We'll see. I'll let you guys know what my bill. Now I still haven't run my bedroom air conditioner. It was 13 or 14 degrees Celsius here this morning, and the wind been blowing bad the last 2 days. I just noticed this morning. I went outside and it's finally calmed down. It's been cold even for me. My wife says I'm Thai now because I'm cold. But let's see what Randy's saying here. For some reason, I'm clicking ain't working. Like I commented on your pool price breakdown video, I think the pool costs. Yeah, I know. Expensive. Yeah, I think that Tim's fiberglass pool, I was on Tom's live stream last night, out just jabbering away. So I'm half tired this morning. But I think he said 450 he paid. So about a 500,000 baht. And that included his salt system and all that, which I still think, and I think his is 4 by 8, 4 meters by 8 meters. Um, I think that's a good price. I think I want to say that Joe's was close to 1 million, I think, but his was different. His was one of those concrete liner deals, so he can just replace the liner. But I think the fiberglass is going to last forever too. So, hey Andy, I don't know if I said hello to you. What's that, David? Not an accountant. No, I'm not by any means. That's for sure. Hey Jace, how you doing? What do you say? You're gonna send snow tonight. Yeah, I just talked to my nephew that bought my house up there, and they're getting a little bit of snow. Not much. There's only 2,900, 20. We get it or I got it when I was there, maybe 2-3 times a year. But it's cold, not like here, you get down. But this is my time of year here in Surin. It's awesome, and I don't think it'll be like this till the middle of February, I think, if I remember right. Hovering between 0 and I've had my share. I didn't at my house. It was perfect. Like I said, 2-3 times a year, maybe get at the most almost a foot, and 2-3 days gone. So you can go out and go, oh, isn't it wonderful? And the wood stove's burning, and it's a beautiful, setting. And then and 3 days later, I'm okay. Go away, and it would melt and be gone. So I'd do that 2 or 3 times a year. It was perfect. Now Bass Lake was just a little bit higher, and theirs would get and stick for a little while. Occasionally, they'd have snow on the ground for 2-3 weeks, or something. And it was cool. It was nice. It was only a 3-minute drive from my house to the lake. So, but no, I'm Thailand. This stuff here with the swimming at Christmas and New Year's. That's what I'm into. So, but teach their own. I always thought, I never really experienced it until what was 2000, beginning of 2018, end of 2017. I helped a buddy and went and him open up an air conditioning company in Buffalo, New York, and I was living there and working. I forget what it was. I was working for 2 weeks and I'd come home for a week. I can't remember the whole deal. And he flew me back and forth, and he got me a nice place over the river. It was awesome, little 1 bedroom. Well, not little, it was big. And, but boy, that snow and that cold, no, how people live in that their whole life, I'll never understand. I'm trying to say, the lady that used to cut my hair was from Thailand, moved to Oakhurst, years ago. I wonder if you ever? It's possible. My wife knew a lot of people over in Oakhurst. That's where her church was and stuff. And when we were in Corscold originally, which is right at the bottom of the 4-lane going up, maybe under 5 minutes to drop down into Oakhurst. But on this side, because to do that, you'd come through Corscold, go up, go into Oakhurst, and then come around Bass Lake and then drop into North Fork. And I was right over in the furthest part of North Fork, right before Bass Lake. But yeah, a lot of people, everybody knew each other up there except for me. I wasn't very personable. My wife was more so with the church and stuff. But I never. I knew the guy across the street. That was pretty much my 15 years there. But she knew quite a few people there. Everybody was really nice. I mean, the best thing that they had there for, I don't know if I told you guys about it before, that there was this company that went out and bought movie theaters. Like in Oakhurst, they had like a 6-plex, 8-plex, 10-plex, whatever it was. And it closed down because there was nobody there. And what they did is they sold you membership. I think it was like $35 a month or $30 a month for me and my wife. And we could go to as many movies as we wanted. If we wanted to go 10 times in one day, we could do that. We could go whatever. And then you'd buy your drink in a hard cup and your popcorn, and you'd get you could fill your soda for $1 and your popcorn for $2. So for $3, you get a big old, bucket. So it was reasonable. And during the hot season, to get to be 100 up there, it was a good thing to go and get out of. But I don't know if they're still going or not. They had enough people. What they did before they even took it over, they advertised and said, if we get so many people, we're going to open up the theater, and just, call in or whatever it was. And I think it was on the internet somehow, and, say, yes, I'm going to, here's my first month's deal, whatever it was. And thing was open in 2 weeks. So, and it was open the whole time I was up there for 3 years or something. But like I said, I don't know if it still is, but they were doing it all over. Somebody saying hi to Fa and James. Did James drop? Oh, Fa did. Hi, Fa. You guys stay up late last night, and they all went to the Hideaway, which is in Bangchang, Rayong area. I guess Tom is good friends with the owner, and I think there was a bunch of them. Greenie was there, and Alex was there, and James and Fa, and Mitch was there. Tom, I think, was there earlier, and then he came back to his place to do the live stream, I think. And Mark was there. Mark's here in the deal. But Mark looked like he was having a good time. Everybody looked like they were having a good time. Mark, yeah. What's that? Yeah, Mark, time to get ready back to Pattaya. That's right. You guys are still there then. Yeah, what time? It's early. Yeah, it looked like everybody was having a good time. Was the food good, Fa? Let's ask the authority on the on the eating, if the food was good. Everything that I saw there looked good. It was a whole festivity thing. I mean, they had entertainment, they had everything. So, hey, expat Paul, how you doing? I'm imagining that James will be doing a big video soon. He's been about, I don't know, I want to say 4, 5, 6 days behind. I'm guessing. Mark sees it. Let's see, Andy. What a roasting, and for Andy, for me, it's sit in front of the fire. You know, I I I enjoyed that the most. It was looking out the window, and like I told you before, I bought a big, awesome, half-inch thick wood stove. It was one of the best ones you could get. It heated up the house and kept me heated all winter, and it was nice to be able to be nice and toasty by the fire and look out. It was, but I'm just not. I don't know, man. That wet, damp. I don't know. I couldn't have grown up and living in that. Oh, I guess I would have had to. But if I would have had my choice, I would have picked where I grew up. I think it was one of the best places on the planet to grow up. Hey, traveler, how you doing? Glad you could make it. I like. Yeah, that's the one that you told me that I should go there. I think you recommended it to me a couple of times, and I will do that too. I'll probably forget the name, so I'll have to hit you up before I go next time. But this hideaway, I think the guy was he's trying to sell it. I think 1.7 million, and it's a very nice resort from what I could see. I don't know how many rooms and all that, but from what Tom said, he had more. It cost him more to build it than what he's trying to get out of it. So the entrepreneurs out there. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Glad you could make it. All of the YouTubes living in Thailand seem to be enjoying the life. Yeah, I was just talking to my nephew too, and he's how old's Jeffrey? He's probably creeping up on 50, and late 40s anyway. Uh, and he said, "Well, what does it what does it cost to live there?" And everybody's blown away when you say, "Well, you can get a place for $200-300 a month, and if you're a couple and you got $2,000-3,000 in from California or from the States and Social Security, you can come and live the rest of your life, not have to worry about anything." Um, Everybody's always thoroughly amazed, it seems like, to hear it, but it's hard to get people to come and experience it. Like I said, I'm kind of wanting this channel to go towards people that have lost their significant others and are looking, and anybody, of course, but to get in and there is life after you lose someone, even though I didn't think there was. You uh you um uh it is. And like I said, 4 years ago I would have called y'all liars, would have called myself a liar, but I couldn't have. Losing my wife was the most devastating thing I'd ever been through in my life. And on the up note, the most enlightening thing after that was Nitnoy and marrying her. Um, it I have a good life, like I said. I'd like to travel a little more, and I will. She's gone right now. She's in Colorado at a meeting. She left last night, early evening. They drove there, and now they'll be all day and half the night, I think, in the meeting, and then they'll come back. In fact, that's her. She sent me a photo of some kind, so I'll have to look at it. But it, during the week, and I really want to get that teardrop I was talking about the other day. That teardrop trailer, I think, is right up my alley. I think I could actually pull it with a bagger, but I don't think that'll happen. It'll probably be the truck eventually if I get into it, going every week and doing videos on it. And if people enjoy the content, I'll probably do live streams from the camping, and basically the same thing we're doing here, except with nature behind me and talking about some other stuff. But I think it's perfect. It's low to the ground, get in and out of easy. It's small. Roll it in, make sure it's halfway level, and that's it. Put up a tarp, and I'll probably get one of those, 12 by 12 or 10 by 10s. Just put it over the back, and I'm camping. I've got everything behind me to completely the generator and all that, and most of them have heaters and air conditioners, but I've only found one here, and the guy has come down a lot on the price. And then when I asked him about the book, he said, "Oh, I don't have a book on it." So I'm going to try to figure out what's entailed in getting that. But they have all over the internet building these teardrops. People do it all the time. So I'm imagining that if I found somebody talented with wood or whatever, I could probably show them a video. I want one of these. Can you do it? And I'm sure that they could do it for what I'm going to pay for, what I would pay for this one, maybe less. I don't know. Here, labor is reasonable. So that's going to be my deal. So I think I'm going to end up with a teardrop, even if I have to go around town with the video and say, can you do this? And get an hourly rate or a daily or something, and an estimate, so that it doesn't get out of hand. I'll do that. Putting in the air conditioning and doing some of the wiring and stuff like that. If the guy's not into that, I mean, I can do that, and buy the lights, everything you can get off Lasada. So it's not like it's real hard. Let's see, I'm rambling again. So I was rambling with Ryan last night, saying way too much shit about myself. So I didn't want everybody to get the wrong impression who did watch that. I was not a good person when I was younger. And I said a lot of stuff about what I did when I was younger. And I didn't have a time to say I'm a changed person, hopefully for the better, between this one that's on my arm, the last 8 years with her, and with Nitnoy. I've actually consider myself a decent and better man because of them, actually. So I didn't want everybody to freak out. I'm sure they didn't. Like I said, we were talking about, I mean, everybody I knew did drugs in the 70s and 80s, maybe not to the extent that I was doing them, and drank and ran amok to a certain extent. And obviously I didn't push it too much. I didn't end up I'm not sitting in jail somewhere. So it worked out pretty good. But like I said, I'm the first one to say I was a real asshole, and I'm the first one to say that I think I'm a good human being. I mean, I appreciate everybody. I'm in awe of this YouTube thing, and I'm in awe that I can sit here and just bullshit for hours on end. I never thought that I could do that. I never could talk. It would be a lot nicer if I could block my, when I'm looking at this old guy spewing stuff at 60, almost 66. But I had a good time. Hey, Uncle Craig, how you doing? I had a good time. We sat there and bullshitted about it. I don't know, did Tom take did Tom take it down or not? I didn't go back and check. He was going to take it down. I guess there was quite a bit of stuff. I don't know. I was having a good time. The past is the past. I agree, Ralph. Thank God. But it's for the women that were in my life that made me a better man. I wish I could have done better for the one that passed. I have my regrets about. I could have been a way better husband. She could have done much better. Put it that way. She was a good woman. I miss her dearly. But like I said, I'm still a believer that she picked out Nitnoy for me because I'm horrible at it. She was the only one that I spent 30 years with. The other 2 times I was married for 9 months. So that tells you about, and all the the topless dancers and stuff that I had in my life. I couldn't pick them. And not that I picked them that much anyway. We were having fun. But hey, Nikki, how you doing? She's giving hugs to everybody. You guys are all lucky. But I had fun last night, but I don't know if he took it down or not. He probably did. And I wouldn't blame him. But we had a good time. It was fun. And it was a couple hours, wasn't it, too? I think. And Ryan was saying he would be sleeping. So what time is it? It is early, and I think I said 10 o'clock, talking about Richard's. I'm going to be, in case everybody in here, I'm going to be on Richard's show, Richard Travel, Saturday, 10 o'clock Thai time. So I'm going to actually not have to wait till 11 p.m., and that's 10 o'clock a.m. Thai time on Saturday. So I think I was thinking about that because I think the last thing I said to Ryan was, "Oh, 10 o'clock, you should be awake." So 8:30 is awake. I think that's a record. Um, if I didn't leave the U.S. in my 20s, I would have been dead. Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, if I was telling people that about Thailand, man, if I'd have known about Thailand in my late 20s and early 30s, I would have died here in Thailand, 30 years ago. There's no doubt. Awake but still in bed. That works. But I had fun. It was good. I enjoy watching, even just watching. But I jumped on because the wife is gone and stuff like that, so I can spew myself all over all over somebody else's channel. And Tom never, he doesn't care. Tom's a good man. So is Ryan. I only met him a little bit. I'm looking forward to getting over that way and actually rapping with him. Hi, how you doing? How you doing, James? I didn't want you to get the wrong idea either. Did I have an authority problem and stuff with police when I was young? Yeah, I did. Do I have a respect for them? You could not pay me enough money to be a police officer. It's like walking around with a target on your back. It's like, no, you don't pay enough money. They don't get paid enough, and stuff. I just couldn't do it. But I have a respect now, so that right? But when I was younger, I didn't. Like I said, you wouldn't have liked me at all when I was when in my younger days. I didn't like myself when I look back on it, but I do now. So that's all that matters, right, Ralph? I learned how to weld yesterday with my Lasana welder. You already have the burns. I hope you're. I haven't watched. How many videos have you put out? I haven't even checked. I haven't watched any of your stuff. If you guys aren't subscribed, by the way, how close are you? Are you above 500 now? I think. Yeah, excellent content. Good guy. Looking forward to meeting him. And you guys, by all means, subscribe and watch. You'll like it. I like his content. But for some reason, either I'm not getting notified, or maybe you haven't done a bunch of them recently. I think I said hi to you, right, Scott? I hope I did. But I did have a good time last night, but it was late for me. I think I went to bed at 11 or something, some ungodly hour. And I can remember when I was a kid, I'd stay up for 3 days at a time. Kid, 30 years old, late 20s, early 30s. Two police were shot dead in an ambush in Queen. Yeah, there's not enough money involved for me to have a target and walk around. People that treat you like shit. It reminds me, the police, the way they get treated by people when I look at it, because I was one of the treaters before. It's like the way that America treated the people that returned from Vietnam, spitting on them and all. It just ridiculous. Are there idiot cops? Yeah, there's assholes all over the planet in every line of work and every place. They're stupid people. But for the most part, I found out later in my life, the more respect I gave to them, I didn't get my cuffs completely cutting off my blood supply to my hands. I've even got them loosened a couple of times by yes, sir, and no, sir. And it turned out way better for me. And then when I decided, instead of letting this ticket, the last ticket I got, go to warrant, I'd actually take care of it. I'd actually get my motorcycle license. And that's when things started to change me. About 40 years old, I guess, Ryan's age. I started to smarten up. And yeah, it was 99% that I dealt with after I realized that, if you give, you get 99% of the time. It works with police too. Hey, David, how you doing? And I think, David, weren't you the one that told me about the pool place that was owned by the English guy? Is that do I remember remembering that right? Because I didn't know where to go. Forgot about your, sending me that deal. And when I needed the sand for the sand filter, I tried to ask my wife, can you just check? I went to the almighty Google, punched in pool supply. The place is 5 minutes from here, and as they install pools, got a nice setup, sell everything, chlorine, vacuum hoses. They got the transformer for my lights, everything. And the Thai gentleman that I talked to spoke perfect English. And when I was there, he's going, "Oh, the owner's an English guy," and they've been there for 3 years. It's got to be the same dude, I think. But I'm almost positive. Let's see what is Jake here. Yeah, there's Jake. What is it? I was watching some football. That's right. I forgot today's football in the States. Let's see. Two covers just got ambushed. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, hey, ups to you, Ryan. Man, I couldn't have done it. No way. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. And so I ran in, just Google, one phone call. Guy said, "Yeah, come." And it was they wanted from Lasada 1,050 baht for 50 kilo. And a lot of that was 200, 300 of it was shipping or more. And I asked him, he said, yeah, 50 kilos, 500 baht. So I went there and I got some shock and stuff that I was waiting on. And I told him all the other stuff. Still need the little floating chlorine thing and vacuum, a brush, all the little stuff. I told him I'll buy it from you. I'll buy the chlorine and everything. Give them the business. What's Mark saying? Jake, needed you and last night. YouTubers were out of control. Even the world's greatest moderator. Yeah, it looked like you guys were having a bunch of fun. Yeah, after the first couple of burns, just head to toe. Yeah, I've messed around with welding. I wouldn't consider myself a welder by any means, but yeah, it burns holes in your shirts, and all my guys had the leathers that they put on that came here and chest, and yeah, and your glasses too. It's going to get pops in your eyes. Oh, guys are here. Can you guys hear that? That's them mixing up mortar to put on a tile on the side of the pond. I have to do another video on on the end of the pond. It's getting real close right now. They put the coping or the tops to capstones on the pond now. The only thing that really the pond needs, I've got to make something. I think over the filters, I might just leave them open. I haven't decided yet, but I might make something wood and buy that other Baki tower, which is 13.5, and that's all money wise. I just don't want to spend the money till next month. So I'll order it, and it takes 7 to 10 days to get. So it should be, but it runs fine. I have plenty of filtration. I feed them everything and plus some, and the filter takes care of all that without any ammonia buildup. So it's in good shape. What's Expat Paul saying? It's great looking. Cool thing. Thanks. I think it looks cool. Like I said, I drove all the way to Bangkok to get that tile and drove back the next day. So, and we drove the electric hot rod, and it was pretty loaded down with the weight of the tile in it. But yeah, thanks. I think it looks pretty good too. I think it turned out real well. And it's perfect. I can get in there. If we get a bunch of screaming kids and stuff in there, it's probably not going to be my cup of tea for that day. But that's okay, because that's why I put it in too, so that the family could come over and enjoy it. Because like I said, we wanted to, once we get the building in, barbecue set up and stuff after the first of the year, I want to do a thing one day a week, have kind of like what Chuck's family does. Their Sunday fun day, except we'll probably do it on Saturday. Saturday my day. I don't know, but and we're not going to have near as many people. We might have 5 or 6 people and me in the Nitnoy, maybe 6 total. But I think it'd be fun. Do it once a week. I think people ought to be more involved with their family, whether it be Thai family, whether it be Australian family, UK, American. You guys need to, be in touch with your family and teach your kids respect and to respect their elders. And because some of them are just nasty little bastards now running around, and it's really sad to see. It's nice here in Thailand to, have the daughters come up and always so gracious and always so happy and never whine about anything and always willing to clean and do whatever they're asked to do. And it doesn't happen too much in the U.S. anymore. So, teach your kids something. I don't condone anything. I think I hit my son on the ass one time. My daughter, I never had to touch. She was, if she ever disappointed me, she was so, that was enough punishment, to see me, mad or whatever. But I don't know, man. I got swats in school, and was there people that had carried it beyond the line? Sure. And those people just need to be prosecuted and, dealt with. But it curved me and taught me stuff. So I don't know. And then they, I've even heard some kids out of their mouth saying, to their parents, "Oh, you can't touch me. I'll call Child Protective Services." Really? You will? Here, come with your Uncle Dave. I'm gonna teach you what life's all about. But hey, there's Dana. What's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Uncle Craig, we ended up switching to Saturdays because I had a different client move. Yeah, I hadn't seen you, and I don't know if I'm not getting notified or not, but I got to go back and check. YouTube's been doing a bunch of screwy things lately. Give violence a chance. I don't know, man. I got it repeatedly in junior high school and high school. They stopped it right in high school, I think, when I went through, or they cut back on it. But I respected the drill sergeant that I idolized, my print shop teacher, and he used to give me swats just to show I was the TA, just to show the class what they were in for if they got in trouble. So before every time a new class would come in, I would get one regardless. And Bobby's here. Hold on, Bobby. Let me change the little layout here, and there you are. How you doing?
Good morning to you, Dave. I thought I'd come up here and chat with you for a few minutes in case you ran out of
Sure.
something to say.
Yeah. I did last night. I said too much last night, but I'm glad that, let's see, by 5th grade, what's Dana saying? I was bigger than. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, man. It was just respect. I when I was a kid, if somebody was having a party even, and somebody new came in, you as a child got up and went, "Hi, Uncle Bob. Hi, Billy. Hi, whatever. Can I get you something? Can I get you a soda? You want a beer? Whatever it was." That shit don't happen anymore. It's like the kids are, they got their phone in their face, or they don't care. Or if you ask them to do something, it's like, "Oh, why do I have to do?" It's like, come on, man. You guys got to get a grip. The whole country's going to shit. And that's what I said. That's what I like about Thailand. Especially the women, the girls.
They used to smack your ass in our schools too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have, were there extreme cases? I'm sure there was. There's a bunch of idiots out there. But did I have respect for this one? Mr. Rob was his name. He was my print shop teacher, the F9 teacher, of course, in junior high. So I had him for those 2 periods. And then I was a TA in his class, in 2 of his classes. So for 4 periods of my last 9th grade in junior high, I had him for 4 periods. And I respected him more than anything, And I don't know. Like I said, I got beat as a kid. So I should be the first one to say, violence sucks, and my stepdad beat the crap out of me, and my worst day was when I turned 15, or whenever he considered me a man, and instead of open handed, he clenched his fist, and the first time he hit me, I think I my feet didn't touch the ground for about 6 feet, and I hit the fence. And the reason was my mother was in the house asking me to do something. He happened to be right next to me in the front through the window. And back in the 70s, it was like, oh man, bam, man, he laid into me. I had no clue what the hell happened. The guy hit like a freaking mule. And because I don't you ever call your mother a man? And I just went, holy crap. My best day was when he left, but he was just a drunk. He was a decent person. He's my brother's father, and but as a drunk, nah, mean son of a bitch. But even with that, I'm still, hey, if my kid's in school and he's causing shit, by all means, get that paddle out of drawer number 3 and go ahead and give him a whack in front of everybody. So I don't know. I just see what I see when I haven't been back to the States in 3 years, but the last time I was back there, it was just like no respect, no for nothing, for nobody, and expecting to get everything. How come I can't have a car? How come you don't buy me this and that? I deserve this. Why? Why do you deserve anything? You deserve what I want to give you. But I
Dave,
don't know.
my baby is 18 years old today.
18.
So child support ends.
That's a good day. Because I remember when I had mine, it was rather expensive. I want to say it was 1,200 a kid for my kids back. My kids are like 30 something now, but it was like $2,400 a month. California was like there's down this line over here, and that's what you
Mhm.
pay. So it was cut and dry. It wasn't anything you could even fight about. But I never had a problem with my. But it was a glorious day when it did end. It was
Yeah,
like I
it's
thought it would never end.
2,200 a month back in my pocket.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's tough. And what was even worse is I found out later that my daughter, who I thought was living with my ex-wife, was not living there. She was living with her trainer and her husband and her family, which were awesome people. But I would have rather her had the money. But my wife never said anything, and she never gave them anything. So and they took care of my daughter, better than anybody could have, and I praise them for that. But mine, she's a my daughter doesn't talk to her, never wants to talk to her. My son's the same way. And everybody always told me, when it was the worst days of my life when I was younger. She would just tell my kids he's a this and cuss and all this kind of stuff. And my friends say, never say anything bad about her in front of the kids, and take the kids any chance that you can. And those were the two best forms of advice that I got in my life. And because later on the kids went, yeah, mom's crazy and dad's okay, so it was different. Let's see, what did I miss when I was rambling? What's Craig
Well, you
saying? Craig's
missed
always
that
got
Ralph's teacher had precision drilled paddle. My football coach did too. And that's anytime you screwed up, that's who you went to see, is the football coach. He's the one that
yeah.
fixed the problem.
The one man I was talking about had a regular teaching desk. What do they have, like 8 different drawers in them? And he had one that was called the Black Widow, and one that was called this and that. And he made you pick the drawer. You didn't know what was in it. But when you wanted to get your SWAT, you went up and said, "Okay, I'll take door number 3," and I'll open it up. And it went from a regular ruler, which this man could hold it on the top of your belt or your loop on your pants, and just by turning his wrist, he could break it across your ass. And he was a print shop teacher, and the print desks, are like this, and they're pretty thick metal, on it. He could take his finger and jab it down in and actually dent the metal in the top of that desk. he definitely was someone to reckon with. I wouldn't have wanted him as my drill instructor. That's for sure. Hey, big guy, I'm glad you can make it.
Yeah,
Uh,
David and Seren, there is nothing fair about how they decide how much child support you're going to pay. And I mean, it's California. If you're from California, where
yeah,
it starts, this is the worst. There's a no
yes, I
fault
agree.
rule. Even though she got pregnant by somebody else, I still paid.
Yeah, definitely in California. I'm glad I'm over all that crap. I didn't have my own kids, but
Hi,
married
yeah.
my nieces through school, and their father, yeah, committed suicide. Both, wow, But see, I'm the same way. As soon as I married my wife, I was automatically they're my blood. Doesn't matter. Treat them just like my blood. They are my blood, and they always will be my blood. So my wife, she worries about what's going to happen if I die. And speaking of her saying, "What happens if I die?" And I said, "What do you think I would do? Run out on the kids and your mom and your dad? Ain't gonna happen. Nothing's gonna change. What am I
Yeah.
gonna do at 67? I'm gonna start running around bars or something? That ain't gonna happen either. When you're gone, I'm done. I don't need anything else.
Oh,
I'm done."
you're already claiming 67 now.
No, no, I'm saying that it doesn't make a difference how long I live, but once she's gone, I'm
Yeah,
done. I'm
yeah,
not
I
going to
get
be out chasing. I'm not going to be out chasing. Now, if something happens to stumble by in the big sea or whatever, and I find somebody, then the family's going to have to adjust to whatever. But I would never turn my back on the kids. Have already got their back. Their father is basically, done that too. They do see him occasionally, but I could never do that. And my wife's in like thorough amazement. How could anybody be that like that? I said, I don't know. It seems fairly normal to me. Why would I, just because I took you in, you're my life now. I'm not going to just shit on you and shit on the family because you passed away. You're already dead, their mother, their daughter, and now I'm going to abandon them now. Ain't going to happen. So, and maybe I'm just a nice guy. I don't know. Let's
you
see.
missed Yads came in. Good morning, Yads.
Is Yads here? Hi, Yads. I still haven't made a buy. I told her I was going to come by and be on the panel one of these days. I still got to do that, and I will. I will do it. I promise. And I saw Craig said something too. What did I miss on? Craig's usually. Uh, oh, here's what's this. Went to my friend's Japanese school. Kids served staff there, and the school which is now. Oh, yeah,
Holy
I
cow!
don't
You
know.
went way back there to find that one.
Yeah, it's easy for me because I got the little roller deal on my mouse, so I can kick butt through them all. But I got to go back. I don't know if Uncle Craig said how many he's put out, but I'm sure that he's put out a few videos, and I missed them. And like with Dana and stuff too, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube's screwy. Like to this morning, um, uh, Randy said his wrench was gone. I never took it away. The only person only other people that I know that could do that is me or YouTube. And I told him it wasn't me. So now he's got it back, thank God. So again, anybody that is all of a sudden your wrench is gone, and I didn't say, "Hey Bobby, I'm taking your wrench, you bastard," then it wasn't me. So
So, Dave, your birthday is behind mine. You're after me or before me?
December 22nd.
Okay, you're 2 days
So here,
behind me.
yeah. When is yours?
20th.
Ah, yeah. We're gonna have to have a party. If you were here retired, which you will be next year, we'll have to have a party together, a birthday
Yeah, the
party.
one next year is going to be my 70th.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be good. That'll be party time. Where's
jump into
Jai?
a whole new decade.
Is Jai lurking or is she working?
She's working.
She's working and lurking. She listening?
I doubt this
I
is
doubt
her.
it.
Yeah, she's busier than shit right now, I guarantee.
I said it, man. I hope that I think she's going to have an epiphany when she gets here and just go,
I
okay,
hope so. I hope so,
enough's
Dave.
enough.
We got to all show her the greatest time, and
Oh man, you bet. I'm game. I think it's crazy. Like I said, what's really weird now, all of a sudden on um, what are those shorts or whatever, the short deals
yeah,
the or some of the videos and stuff that I'm getting suggested to me or whatever are who died in 22? How many people died in 22? They're talking about movie stars and people that, what do you, famous people of some sort. And they're, Christy Alley, these people, they ain't far off
Kirstie
from
Alley
our
died.
age.
I
What's
didn't
that?
even know she died. Kirstie Alley
Yeah,
did.
Christy Alley died.
I'll be
And,
darned.
yeah, a bunch of them, and Bob Saget and,
Yeah,
and all these people. These are people I kind of grew up watching on Cheers and, and all this kind of stuff. And it's too short. Because you've been to make a decision. And if you wait too long, it's going to be too late. So, like I said, anybody out there, don't, Dave said I should retire now. No, Dave didn't say
well, I
that.
I
Dave said if
waited
you
only
can.
because COVID came in and screwed up my plans. I mean,
Right.
I literally, when we flew home from Thailand last time, I got COVID on the plane coming home and had pneumonia for 30 days.
Oh,
So
geez.
I haven't been back there since that happened a little over 3 years ago.
Yeah,
So I'm anxious to come.
let me move my, hopefully this doesn't, there we go. That's better. Maybe that's not better. Um, I just, yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I told that story about when I was going to retire and my wife's best friend, and he dropped dead, 4 days after he retired, flipping hamburgers. That shit could happen to me, no problem, and no one would question it. Oh, look at the fat bastard. He
Yeah,
was ready to die
you know,
anyway. You know,
two of my good friends, the best man of my first wedding, dropped dead, had cancer and died. And then
wow.
another one of my good friends from school had a massive stroke and dropped dead. So I mean,
It
these are
doesn't
guys my
take much.
age.
Well, I don't even know. Does anybody know what happened to the princess? I know she had a heart attack,
I
44
think
years
she
old.
died. I think she
Did
did
she
die.
die?
I
Yeah, I
think
know
so.
that they were saying, my wife said, no, she isn't dead. This was 2 days ago. She hadn't died, but maybe she had since. Well,
Oh,
44 years old, has a heart attack. How do you know?
I don't
You
know.
don't
The news
know.
articles I've been seeing said she died,
She
but
passed. Oh,
I
that's
don't
too
know.
bad.
I don't know
She was one
fact.
of the good ones as far as my understanding. Everybody loved her. So, yeah, that's too bad. But the point is 44. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Me at 65, 66 drops dead. People are going to go, oh, yeah, look at him. He smoked for God knows how many years, 3 packs a day, and, he's 50 pounds overweight. And, yeah, okay. It makes sense because I
You
don't
are
know, man.
lucky, Andy, because it seems like after I got COVID a little over 3 years ago, it seems like I get sick easier for everything.
Hey, Gogo, how you doing?
And all the injections I got, the vaccinations, all made me sicker than crap. So I won't do it again. I'm not getting another one.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, I think on Gogo's thing there, I don't say anything that if I don't have anything good to say, I don't say it. But on good stuff, I don't mind talking about them. She was a good one. I hopefully she still is. I don't know, but according to what Bobby's saying, because there was a bunch of stuff that came out prematurely, of course. But let's hope that she beat it. But the main thing is 44 years old having a heart attack. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. None of us are in
Yeah.
here that are talking right now are guaranteed tomorrow. And Mark's saying, "Don't talk about it." Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything bad about it, but I won't. I'll
Yeah,
stop there.
yeah, that's probably a good idea, but there was nothing negative.
No, no, and I think that's what they're worried about too. They don't
Yeah,
like that too much. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But back on the original thing, if you can, retire, and let's hope that Jai gets uh, gets that feeling and wants to go around it. She every time I see you guys, you're always off. I mean, all your videos and everything. You're Lake Mead, you're here, you're there.
No, we
She
travel all over
she loves
hell.
to travel. Yeah, it seems like
Yeah,
she loves to travel.
she
You get
does.
here, and I mean, you've got a whole new open everywhere to go.
We have
I
to
just
plan our trips around her 3 days of work a week. She will not work more than the 3 days. It's 3 12-hour days. That's it. And I said,
right.
that's cool. Then we'll hit the road. As soon as you get off, we'll take off. But it'll be so much better if we can get to Thailand and convince her that this is the greatest thing. You need to stay. Hello, Gary. Nice to see you.
Hey, Gary, my wife feels bad about not being able to travel. I just tell her that's life. Well, let's
Yeah,
hope that life
yeah.
improves
That's a shame,
because,
Ron. I feel bad for you.
yeah, you guys deserve to be here because you'd, you know, and I still wouldn't rule it out, man. Stranger things have happened. You never know what's going to happen. So let's hope that you get to, because I know that Mexico was your second choice, and now that's kind of gone. So let's hope that something comes up and you get to get someplace that you want to be. I couldn't imagine not being able to. That would suck. So I
I would
feel
think, if
feel for
nothing
you.
else, get the hell out of California.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fake news too. The other day, Jim Carrey was dead. Yeah, the bunch of people putting it up there too. Same thing with Sylvester Stallone and all this other stuff. But the ones that they're running right now is, I mean, they're even going as far as they're having so many people dying that they're the instead of like who died in 22, no, who died in December of 22, who
Right.
died in November of 22, and they've got enough to do a 10-minute freaking video. So yeah, and they're like I said, they're around my age, between 50 and 70, or 80. Some of them are. I like the ones that who are still alive.
Yeah.
So and
My
so is
dad's
98.
passing this year was literally the last thing that was holding me here.
Right, right,
There's nothing now that stops me from going.
yeah, yeah. That's what I said. I think once you get here, once you see everything, and oh, well, we're going to start doing this, and we're going to build the house, and we're going to do this and that. Hopefully, she gets juvenated to yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. Was never. My whole life was I can't wait till I want to be able to retire tomorrow at 22 if I can. And I was lucky enough. Like I said, I thought I was lucky at 50. I know James was young. I just found out that Ryan's only 41 years old and he's
Morning,
retired.
Moran.
So hey, more power to you. The earlier you can, as long as you feel comfortable. You know.
I'm pretty damn comfortable, Dave. I'm ready to do it. Let's
I
just
know
go
you
that
are.
flow.
I know you are. And I don't know, man. Something, like I said, she must be really proud of what she's done there, which she should be.
She
There's no
is.
doubt. And going there, and she must enjoy her work and what she's doing, or it'd be a no brainer. So
She
it's got to
does.
be more
It's her
good.
passion. That's all she's done her whole entire career. She
Right.
loves it. But it's time to go. I mean, she's gonna. No, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
tell her.
Bobby,
She's getting up there too.
right? But if she comes here and all of a sudden she's going, okay, yeah, this is great, and you start traveling and all this kind of stuff, she's going, 2 years from now, even 3 years from now, I've traveled enough. She could go to work tomorrow
Yeah.
at any of these places here, right?
Yeah.
She could get a job like that, right?
Yeah.
I would
She still
imagine.
has a license. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's, hey, let's just do this for a couple of years, run around. If you don't want to, then we'll figure out something else. But but I understand the pride, and she's done and accomplished something that very few people can do what they love, their passion, make it happen, and do it out of their country in the United States. Hey, I think that's awesome. Hey, Andy, thank you. You're the best. The wife is she's creeping up on 100 for this month, so that would be back to back months. 'Cause I think last month was $126. So thank you very much, Andy. You're the man. Um, up there too. But I think she will. I can't wait to meet both of you guys face to face, and and of course I'll, without being too abusive, I will at least try to encourage her to embrace the retirement life
Like a
here
couple times a day or so.
yeah, at least. Hey, I think she, like I said, once she gets into it, we talked before. I think that she's a little bit, can we make it, and are we going to be able to live, and and I understand. I don't understand that, but I understand that. But once she realizes that, oh, okay, we can live a pretty good life here in Thailand and never have to worry about anything.
Extremely
Maybe,
good. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have
So
absolutely no concern of what
right, but
hear
she does though,
everybody
right?
saying you can
But
live
she
on.
does, right? She does
She
a little
only
bit.
does because she thinks, well, what if you die? Well, if I die, then she's still got the money
Right.
in the bank living in Thailand. She's in good shape.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like I said, I'm hoping that when she gets here that, and I know you are, probably everybody else is rooting for you also. But I, I think she'll come around.
Well,
And
she's still
so,
telling me she's retiring in July. She's still sticking with that.
well, that's good. That's a good sign, I guess. We'll
So
see what
that means
happens
as
when
soon
we.
as we get back from Thailand, I'm going to have to start clearing out everything.
Are you gonna sell your house?
Hell yeah! Even if I end up buying something else here in the U.S., it's not going to be in California.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Well, that's so you're coming soon, right? 2 weeks or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, 12 days,
12 days. Okay, and then you're staying till when
23rd.
of January or
Yeah,
January
yeah,
23rd. So then you'll be back February, March, April, May. You'll be back there for 4 or 5 months,
yeah.
hopefully, and then you come back.
And I think I'm going to be very busy trying to get rid of everything here and get everything ready to go.
Yeah, but that'll be a pleasure, I would
Yeah.
imagine, if it was me. I'd be knowing I'm going somewhere. Well, at least he's sticking to that deal. So hopefully it all works out that way. Hey Andrew, how you doing? Glad you could come by. Let's see, how long have we been on? Oh, just an hour. Huh? I don't really need to do anything with them, but there hasn't been a bunch of. I'm rambling again. I'm talking to myself. That must be a sign that I've been talking too much.
Yeah,
Um,
property values are dropping. Everything that's around California, Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico, even Utah, I think, are in serious jeopardy of the water crisis right now. So everything, the property values are dropping. And if you lived around Las Vegas and you're not planning to get the hell out of there soon, you're going to lose your butt.
no, well, I know my brother said like the house that I grew up in, that's one of the ones that we're going to sell to for that 6,000 a month for assisted living to help with that. But my brother said if we would have sold even 6 months ago, we probably would have got 100,000 more
Yeah.
than we're going to get.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What's wrong saying? I
I've
keep
been that way too, Ralph.
procrastinating.
I've been procrastinating. I know this is coming, and I haven't started getting rid of anything. The only thing I have started, I quit buying anything new. So at least
well,
I'm
see,
not adding to the crap.
see, I got lucky because I sold the place to my nephew, the one I talked to this morning, and I built that 30 by 60 with 18-foot eaves metal building on, built it well, a nice building out there. And I didn't have to do anything. I didn't even have to go back to the States. He moved in there. He took all my wife's stuff, all my stuff, put it in a corner of the metal building. And if I ever make it back there, I'll pick through the stuff. If not, after I'm dead, the kids can pick through it. If not, they can give it all away. I don't care. There's nothing in my wife's stuff I'd like to see. She had some paintings and stuff like that, but I gave most of that to family members that wanted them. But there's not
I
really
think
nothing there for me.
one of the toughest things I'm going to have to deal with is I've got 13 guitars that I can't bring to Thailand. They tell me you can't bring wooden guitars from America to Thailand.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, how did they get here then? I mean, there's a bunch of them here. I can go on marketplace right now and find a Stratocaster and a electric anyway, but and a lot of acoustical guitars.
Really?
They have, yeah. Let's see. This will give me something to do. Let me see here. Facebook Marketplace. Let me just put
Holy
in
cow, you're way back there, Dave.
where am I at?
You're way back there if that's where you're at in the chat.
Where am I at? Am I? Am I
Yeah.
behind? Let me go back and.
If you're talking about the one that was posted about Facebook and all that stuff, yeah.
Oh
It's way,
no, I didn't. I didn't see that. Let's see. I'm just gonna put in Fender. NDER. And the Stratocaster, Telecaster amps. Let's try a Strat. Here's 20,000 baht, 18,000 baht, 15,000 baht. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
okay, so
guitars.
it's a crock of shit that I'm hearing.
It,
Then I can.
it could be because how did they all get here?
Yeah, I got
I
one of mine's a 1932 Martin. It's extremely old and very
I
valuable.
I would just take one of the I would just take one of your least expensive ones, or have somebody go to the airport with you when you come next time, and bring it and see what they say. I don't. There's supposedly because now is Jai still a Thai citizen or whatever? A
Yeah,
Thai.
yeah, of
Okay.
course.
Supposedly, as far as I know, and you could talk to Tom, moving here, you get 40 boxes of
Yeah,
crap that's tax free. Anything you want to bring, anything you want to do, anything you can bring in. So that might be, even if you don't use the 40 boxes, you can bring 14 guitars
yeah. That
or
Meow just
something.
did that. Meow said that's the case too.
Yeah, yeah. It's Tom. Tom rented the condo down the way from him for a year, just so he could store all the boxes he brought. So I know Tom did it. So something to keep in mind. But I can't see that guitar thing. I just there's just too many of them here, and they couldn't have all been, if they're getting Telecasters and Stratocasters and Fenders and all that kind of stuff, they came from the U.S.
Yeah, that's right.
More than likely. So
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, but yeah, it'll be good to know
I
because it seems
lost
like
all
you're
the
really
guns and
attached.
divorces, so I don't have guns to worry about anymore. My divorces ended all that.
I don't have any guns either. I'm done. They're all gone. Large gun collection. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
All right,
guns.
Mark. Good,
I'd
good tip.
like to shoot. I'm not too big. I like shooting pistols, 45s, and I had 9 millimeters and stuff. But my trap and skeet stuff, I kind of miss that. That would be fun if they do it. Now I know they have indoor ranges. I think here if you wanted to shoot, but I never checked into it and uh, and seen what it would take. See what's cheap. Sorry, Thailand. So you get that out if you do so. I I, I haven't seen it. There seems to be people shooting people here, so somebody's got some guns, but it isn't like the states. That's by all means.
We'll move on.
We don't know what I'm saying. It's
It's
what?
names.
uh, yeah, I don't know. I think that sounds like some kind of a fallacy or something. Because it seems like you're really attached to your guitars, which you should be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a couple of them are passed down through family members. I've got a violin that's from the late 1700s. It came from a great, great, great uncle.
Really?
Yeah. So those are the things I would. I mean, I think I'd have to give them to a family member if I had to do it.
Right. I gave all my guns away. I built a bunch of black powder stuff that I had fun with, a couple of pistols and a Hawkins 50 caliber. But I just ended up giving away. I had a bunch of AKs and stuff like that, and I just gave them away. All the family members and friends were happy to get them, but they're all gone. I think actually somewhere in I have to ask my nephew, somewhere in my wife had put in the closet a detective special 5-shot snub nose is there somewhere. He probably has it. Good little belly gun. But what's wrong?
In Thailand,
Found,
Mark says his missus can walk in and buy a gun at the shop because she's a business owner.
oh, really? I didn't know that. Found that a container is reasonable. Not sure what the cost to have it packed up and trucked to the port and then trucked from Bangkok to Isan. The biggest thing is the taxes. It's what they, and this is only what I understand. If they look at an old computer that you got in there that isn't worth $50 in the U.S. and say, oh, there's a $3,000 computer. If you want to bring that in, it's going to cost you, you know, $1,000 in
That's
tax.
over and above the 40 boxes, though, right?
Yeah, anything in the 40 boxes, as far as I'm concerned, Tom brought like I don't remember, 50 or 60 hard drives, in a box, and he brought all sorts of stuff, and they pushed it right through. No questions asked. So I mean, if you guys are gonna come here and you've got some stuff you want, it might be, I mean, you can't use your appliances and shit, so that stuff's out. But stuff like your guitar and amplifiers, small amplifiers, if you got them, you might want to bring. I don't know, but
Thanks, Gary. I don't even care about the amplifiers. They're not a big deal. They're replaceable, but the guitars are not. I mean, like I said, the 1932 Martin that belonged to an uncle, and the fiddle that's from the late 1700s, and I've got a few of mine that were guitars that I bought that I used when I played in the band in the 70s.
right,
So I wouldn't want to part with them.
sentimental stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that. Like I said, the only thing that I could see is if you were bringing in, hey Bobby, can you bring me a couple of I need a new laptop. Can you shove I'll send you the money with a laptop or something like that, or family members saying, God, we'd each like a new iPhone, or whatever. I mean, it's not like you're hiding anything. You're allowed to bring in the boxes with anything you want in them, is my understanding. You'll have to verify that, but like I said, if Tom brought 50, 100 hard drives, I'm imagining that they're going to let anything through. So in that case, I could see it. But me, I don't know what I would bring, personally, besides something that's sentimental, guitars or whatever's sentimental to you. But
Mark, what
otherwise,
size boxes are we talking about? Are the boxes
yeah, I
big
don't
enough
know.
that I can pack the guitars into them?
Charge 100. That's nothing. That's cheap. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Go. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's kind of a perk for being a Thai citizen and coming home basically. And I don't know. I don't think they care. How many people do you think are utilizing this? You know,
yeah, I
20 a
really don't.
year.
There's not much in this house that I'm really so tied to that I have to bring it with me. I
Right.
mean, like our clothes, as far as I'm concerned, we can throw away most of the clothes and just take a week's
Exactly.
worth and then start buying when we get over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's Mulan says I brought a guitar in, just had to put it in oversized luggage. So there you go.
Yeah,
He
so it
brought
means
one
we
in.
can get them in then.
Yeah. But if each one of those are considered a box, hell, you can bring them in for, not get nothing,
Yeah.
So, well, I guess you still got to pay shipping. I don't know, but I guess like I said, I just can't see that many each year coming in like that. And like I said, it's going to be a Thai person that is going to be able to make or whatever they're going to do off of whatever they're bringing in, if they're going to sell it or do whatever they're going to do. It's a Thai person that's going to be making the money. So.
Yeah, I think we're going to be more like Mr. Mitch. We're going to be able to thin down everything we got here and put it in four
Exactly.
suitcases and go.
I brought two a carry-on, two suitcases, in the plane, and a backpack, a little small, with my laptop in it. That's all I came, and I came 4 years ago and
Oh
never
man,
left.
these guys talk metrics, and I have no clue what 1.5 cubic meters is. Let's see.
Let's see. The box is 500 millimeter by
Yeah,
700. So that's 70 by 50. So that's God, yeah, that's a pretty good size box. And that was 200 for each box, Mark, or for the how many did you say you had? You brought 13 for 100. Check two boxes they charge you. Yeah, good morning. How you doing, Meow? We're just talking about the box thing, which I know that you know about too. So if you want to chime in, by all means, chime in.
yeah, because she
Heading
just did it all. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
she
her
was,
talking about 40 boxes. They loaded everything up and had it
because I
ready.
remember we talked when I first met her. We were talking when she was in Florida or wherever they were,
Yeah,
Florida,
Florida.
and she got a bunch of information, which I think actually originally came from Tom. She could verify that about the being able to bring in the boxes. Um, which, like I said, if that's the case, I don't know. I mean, it's not like you guys need to bring in a bunch of stuff to sell to live. You know, you guys just need to get here and stay here and retire here, and you're set up. And that's what I think they're going to do. That's what I think is going to happen. Once Jai gets here, I think she's going to
Pull
she's
the
going to have an
trigger.
epiphany and like, yeah, I think so. And it
You
sounds like
know,
she's standing, for
we
her.
just we just need her boss to piss her off just one more time, and she's ready to go. I mean, she's on the edge.
I think she's going to enjoy it because you guys are going to be doing a lot of traveling. I'm going to be envious. You guys are going to be taking off. That's more than I get to do. Like I said, unless I get my teardrop trailer during the week, I'll go for 3 days every week and have some fun. And I don't care
That,
where I go.
that's very reasonable, Mark. That's plenty doable.
Door to door.
2,000 USD
Yeah.
door to door.
And then 200 for custom. Yeah. And if God knows what's in there, I was going to try to do that actually when I wanted to make money in Costa Rica was buy Harleys in the US, completely disassemble them and send them over in parts and hopefully get charged for miscellaneous motorcycle parts and then reassemble them when they
I
got them.
watched a video of Meows just before I came on here. They were walking in a market along the canal in Bangkok, and she said they live very close to that. My sister-in-law's condo is a 5-minute walk from that market, and that's where we're going to be staying for 2 or 3 days when we get there, because we're going to get there the 30th or the 31st, and I'm not going to leave there until after the new year. So maybe the second we'll travel out.
Right. Yeah, I know that they're taking care of somebody's, right? A relative's they're house sitting, I believe,
I
in
believe.
Bangkok. Yeah, I think so.
See you,
So
Muan. Take care.
all right, Paul, take it easy. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I think that I don't know. I think that she's gonna she's going to stick with her date. You guys will get back. It'll give you time to get rid of everything and pack your stuff and go. Where are you? We
Heading
are
back to
going
Leon
to
County today.
County
Okay.
today. I'm going to be there. Are you going to be there? I'm going to be there on the 23rd. 22nd's my birthday. 22nd's my 3-month check-in with the doctor. 23rd, I get up and go to Tim's. So I'm going to be there that, and then New Year or Christmas Eve, the morning, I'll be doing the Richard Travel show at 10 a.m. Thai time. So if you guys are around, maybe we could go. I'm kind of jonesing for that Sizzler again. That Sizzler was pretty good. I was surprised. So if you guys are going to be around, Meow and Jim, let me know. I don't know if you're taking off right after that or what.
I'm
But let
thinking
me
Red
know.
Lobster for my birthday, Dave.
That's this one here that was her favorite place in the world to go. She could care less about any other place. You take her to the best steakhouse, best now. I want Red Lobster. I want Red
Yeah,
Lobster.
that's
In
one of
fact,
my favorites.
before she went in to start her chemo and all that kind of crap, she said, I want to go before I go in. I want to go to Red Lobster. We found the local Red Lobster over by the hospital and went there, and she ate to her little heart's content, and then started that nasty crap. We'll see. Oh, okay, cool. So you will be around. Awesome. Yeah, I'll probably blow out. I'll probably go early again as soon as the sun rises, 6 o'clock. So I'll be at Tim's 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 o'clock. So even if we want to go to lunch that day, which would be the 23rd, I'm game for that. So
So it's a
you guys let
5-hour
me know.
drive there.
Yeah, something like that if I remember right. Everything's.
That's
I
what
was I was surprised. I flew back basically from Nakhon Phanom after that dinner cruise in a little over 5 hours, and it took me a little under 5 hours to get to Chuck's, and it's almost an hour drive from there to Nakhon Phanom. So, but I was on the Forza, and there was no one on the highway. I could open it up, and there was no one there, and it was a really a nice ride. I really I needed that. I needed that ride. In fact, if my wife wouldn't freak out and I didn't have to bring the laptop and stuff for Richard's show on Saturday and all that stuff, I would. I'm going to take the truck so that she has the electric hot rod, but I'd take the Forza. But yeah, I think it's 4.5, 5 hours. I think it took me 4.5 um, the last time I went. Tim would know better than I do. I'm horrible on knowing stuff, but I'm looking forward to going there. Last time that I went, we all went to. First time that I met Jim and Meow was at Sizzler in that mall there. We met him there, and we went and ate. Great people, by the way. If you guys haven't had a chance to meet them here, and they're around, by all means, and of course, subscribe. I got to put that in. What time is it? Hear them grind an hour and almost an hour and a half. I think I'm going to end the live stream and go and see what they're doing. Maybe even go in the pool. The wind has calmed down. Feed the fish, and maybe
Dave,
I'll
how are the
go in.
mosquitoes?
What's that?
How are the mosquitoes?
Um, the mosquitoes. I don't know. They don't bother me too bad. They are here. There's no doubt. I bought a. Um, Most of the water that I have here is all moving, so I don't get any mosquitoes from stagnated water. But they're I don't know. They don't bother me too much. They're all over the house though, because my mother-in-law, she sprays for them. She's got the little tennis racket like Chuck has, and she kills them constantly. So they are here, but it's not too bad. I get bit. I'm scratching my leg right now. I think I got bit by a mosquito.
Yeah,
So I'm lying.
mosquitoes are evil for me too. They kill me. That would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
the negative for me coming there. So
yeah.
if I can't figure that out, I don't know what to do. I may have to
Well,
go
I've got that.
somewhere that's not as bad.
Yeah, I told you that I got that thing. I'll have to show it to you when you come. It's a little burner thing. It goes on a propane bottle, and it puts a 15-foot bubble around you, and the mosquitoes don't come in the bubble. And it's almost like burning the coils or whatever it is, but more intense. And but it's expensive. But who cares? As long as you're
Well,
not getting bit by
I
mosquitoes.
saw something on an internet channel or YouTube channel here just the last couple of days that said if you eat lots of garlic,
Garlic.
they don't want to mess with you
Maybe
because
that's why I'm a garlic freak. I could have garlic on everything and anything.
I is too, and I'll learn to be if that's what it is. I'll damn sure do it. All right,
I
Dave,
still
I'll
love
get out of
garlic.
the way so you can say goodbye to everybody. Everybody take care. Nice to see you here. And hopefully I'll see you there in 12 days or
Yeah,
14 days.
yeah, yeah. Because you're gonna come. You're gonna leave. You'll probably be to Surin. I'm gonna guess third, fourth, fifth, something
So
in
I'm
that
thinking
area.
the second.
The second. Okay, cool. I'll look forward to it. And everybody else, all the new subscribers, actually gotten quite a few subscribers. I don't know, probably my Filipino friends. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. You guys are the best. We always have a good time here. It's always
I'm
fun. At least I do.
I'm
So,
29 away from hitting 6K.
oh, really?
Yeah, it's
No,
not
I'm
that.
still at 18. I've been for the last 3 months, I think, at 1850, and now I'm at almost 1900. So
That's good.
no, I'm not near that. But I want to thank. I don't know. I always say it. Richard made the outro and the intro for the lives and the outro that I'm going to play now. Thank you, Richard. And I will catch everybody on the next one. Have a great day, afternoon, and evening. See you.